Welcome to Coach's Corner NYC. Once again from Randall's Island, Field 75, where we get a great view of the Triborough Bridge just below us and the wind blowing at our backs. Time now for the start of the second half of the season. Both teams have been off since December 19th. Here comes Stal Mielec against FC Sandzak. First team matchup here today. Good evening and welcome. I'm Ralph Bednarchik on hand. Happy to have you with me. Stal Mielec in the white on blue, navy on blue for FC Sandzak. Two teams played back in September, and it was a 3-3 tie between the two. FC Sandzak here into the second part of the season, and they're down near the bottom of the standings with 14 points, 4 wins, 5 losses, 2 ties. Stal Mielec second from the bottom, 1 win on the year, 1 win, 8 losses, 2 ties as the second part of the season begins. And we're underway in the opening minutes. FC Sandzak has showed that they could score some goals. 23 goals scored, 24 allowed. Stal Mielec, 14 goals scored, 36 allowed. And underway with a 4-5-1 alignment for Stal Mielec. And this is a nice cross sent in, and it'll have to be played out. Cross sent in for the right midfielder, Filip Głovala. I'll go through the starters in a moment here for both sides. And goal for FC Sandzak is Enis Vilia. And this will be a very early corner kick for Stal Mielec. So Vilia on alert in the second minute. And Vilia could not reach it. And it'll go out. And they'll call I guess they'll call a foul, or they'll spot it for a goal kick. 4-3-3 alignment FC Sandzak will employ. The center backs Adnan Feratovic with Florent Papuji. The left back Almas Kojic. And opposite him the right back Ramo Lukovic. And here is the goalie for Stal Mielec. First touch for Piotr Holda, as Holda got it ahead. 3 mids in the middle, Mirza Sabovic, Esmir Vusatovic, and Asad Makic are the 3. And then up top, Dion Amataj will be the left winger, the center striker Haris Sabovic, and the right forward Ajim Muyaj. The starting 11 for FC Sandzak. Deep throw coming, as Sandzak will keep up with the pressure. Out of the 4-5-1 alignment, Stal Mielec's 2 center backs, Shane Powell, along with Chris Kondratovic. Piotr Rubicki will be the right back, and Mateusz Chwost will be the left. Holding mid, Sławomir Balon, along with Lukasz Haunzer. The right mid, Filip Głovala. The left mid in Patrick Majkut. Chris Karch, former one-time member of the New York Red Bulls, briefly 38 years old. Karch, the center attacking mid, and in front of him is Pavel Borek to comprise the 4-5-1. Well played in for Pavel Borek, and Borek, nice chip to the top of the box, and then Borek, he's trying to play it through. He had a man making the run. This is Chris Karch. Karch, who played at Rutgers, class of 2007, for Bob Riasso, longtime coach at Rutgers, was 3-time All-Big East. And Karch still going. He'll be turning 39 next month. 3 surgeries, including 2 ACL tears during his college career, limited him, but he did receive a contract at New York Red Bulls after trialing with them back in 2007. Never appeared in a game, but got a chance to practice, and he has been a longtime player in the various leagues like the Cosmopolitan League and USL League Two. And still just playing for the love of the sport. And here in the Cosmopolitan League, you just get some great competition. You get some great ex-players from various leagues, Division I, at the NCAA level, and just players that have worked on their games for so many years that are high quality that could be borderline pros in some areas of the country. Lukas Haunzer. And Haunzer picks out a target. As he was trying to play in Chris Karch. Then the ball out wide and nicely handled and knocked down by Florence Papugi, the center back. Good tempo to this game early. 6th minute, no score. An early corner, the story for Stal Mielec. Reserve team game just over about a half hour ago. And FC Sandzak big 5-2 over Stal Mielec. As the nice ball was crossed, and it'll be a corner here, the first of the game for FC Sandzak. In this direction, you're always playing the ball into the wind, as there's Haunzer with the stop and pushing it ahead for Borek. But anytime you're going from the far side of the field where our camera is to the near side, the wind is directly blowing at the ball. Anything up in the air, particularly at night, it's just too difficult to perhaps be accurate with it, and the ball, in terms of distance, is going to get knocked down some. You really need to power it and cut through the wind. Now FC Sandzak will get some numbers forward. Ball into the area before the player slipping down. That was a good ball into the vicinity of Dion Amitage. And it's another corner coming. So FC Sandzak here with pressure in the 8th minute. Haunzer again, the first man, and knocks down that attempted cross. And Lukas Haunzer plays the ball through for Slavomir Balon, and Balon picks up the foul. So good transition for Stal Mielec. Haunzer will play it down the sideline. And the good work by the right back, Ramo Lukovic. So Mielec will get a deep throw. As they look to find Pavel Borek. As they battle for the next ball, this will be a deep throw now for FC Sandzak. Transition for Sandzak. As they play the ball to the middle, and then it is touched and missed. Offsides flag, though, is up, however. Great ball played in. Dion Amitage trying to play it through to his runner running the middle. And that was Haris Sabovic. And Sabovic, and he was not offsides by much. And our official will back up the center back and Chris Kondratovic. Chris played at Division III Stevens Tech out of St. Peter's Prep in Jersey City. Excellent Big North parochial. And then at Stevens Tech, Division III program that long dominated the Empire 8 Conference when he was there, playing for Dale Jordan, longtime head coach of the Ducks, and an engineering school with Kondratovic has played in various leagues like Vistula, which is a Polish-based team in Italy. By the way, Stal Mielec, they're based in Greenpoint, Brooklyn. Many, many Polish people that have come through there. FC Sandzak, based in Queens, with a lot of players from the Baltic states and the former Slavic states of Serbia, Montenegro, Croatia, Albania. A nice ball, a nice combination, and the shot is blocked. Opportunity for Stal Mielec. Lukasz Haunzer. And Haunzer is fouled. Haunzer fouled by Florent Papugi, the center back, who stepped to him late and kind of awkwardly. So it looks like Haunzer is okay. The numbers into the box now for Stal Mielec here. 12th minute. Kondratovic as he played it in. And to the wide side, Vilia stayed in goal. And it'll be a goal kick. And Stal Mielec can't believe it. Chris Karch was in the vicinity. Haunzer off of a giveaway. Controlled by the right back Piotr Dublitsky. And Dublitsky tried to get with. It'll stay with Stal Mielec for the deep throw. Checking back is Sad Makic. Makic back after not playing for a couple of years. Center attacking mid now for FC Sandzak. And he'll leave it for the left back Almas Kojic to throw in. But a violation on after the toss with the foul committed. Haunzer punched it along. Filip Głovala. Ballon. As he looked down the middle for Karch. Fifteenth minute, no score. Chances have been tough to come by. Haunzer, and the shot, and the ball fell perfectly for him, but he was not able to put on it. Haunzer had a lot more room and time than I think he anticipated. He could have probably had taken one touch and then played it across to the far post. So now after a foul, Stal Mielec again can continue to get numbers forward. And Hauser able to locate Pavel Borek. And the offside flag is up against Borek. And getting some great depth there on the touch pass, Kojic. And Kojic worked it up the sideline, but that's out of the reach of his forward. '17th minute. Two teams met in September. Was a 3-all tie. But first game of the spring schedule, first game since December 19th for everybody, so you can understand the first half is going to perhaps take some time to establish a rhythm, as Hauser shows good touch there. And on the turn for Ballon. Sławomir Ballon for Hauser. Nice touch by Karch. Hauser for Borek. Pavel Borek jabs it along for himself. Ballon making the wide run, Guavala, and he's well defended, well marked, and good work by FC Sandzak to stay with their players. So Sandzak with Haris Sabovic. Looked for Makic. Second ball out wide for Sandzak. And this is an offside against Sandzak. So the best build-up that FC Sandzak has had so far tonight. We get into the 19th minute, no score. Papuji. Nice turn by Mirza Sabovic. And a shot from the outside. Test Piotr Hold. And Holda making the save. However, offside flag is up. That was a blast, and Piotr Holda holding his ground. Duplutsky, and the return touch by Borek, and then Borek looked to go back inside. He had Chris Karch. Duplutsky. Borek has room for a cross. Borek to the top of the box. Next ball for Ballon. He could not reach it. And Sławomir Ballon, almost a well-timed perfect run This will be an inadvertent handball against Filip Glovala. And Glovala not happy. FC Sandzak will get some numbers forward. And they'll go to the center mid. One of the three, and Esmir Vucetovic. Dublitsky. And Borek has room to run. And then Borek ran into Vucetovic. And Vucetovic is shaken up. Esmir Vucetovic, as he went into the challenge on Borek, may have gotten the ankle hung up on the challenge of the ball. And it looks like Esmir Vucetovic is okay. So referee explaining he had to stop it due to the injury, but it will be Stal Mielec's possession. And they have got to give Stal Mielec, I think, a little bit more room. So Ballon look to drive it for Borek. And wide left, Patrick Maikut. Dublitsky lays it down nicely. Glovala, as he sprays it across, looked for Maikut. Maikut attacking the end line. Maikut then plays it across, and he had a head ball. It's brought down. Glovala back into the mixer at the top. He had an opportunity for Hounser. And finally the check back from Haris Sabovic. And FC Sandzak will get a clearance. Hold up. Ballon. And nearly the perfect turn by Glovala. '23rd minute. Stal Mielec has increased the pressure. And their quickness has been evident in the attacking third. And this is a takeaway and a knockdown. Opportunity, then a late slide challenge. Across it went from Maikut. Maikut turning. Patrick Maikut plays the ball in, and it just missed. Slavomir Ballon. A terrific look. And Ballon, the chance here in the 23rd, we stay scoreless. Great work by Patrick Maikut to test the end line. And that got FC Sandzak committing numbers back into the box, and he played it to the top. He also had a great ball across for Glovala. We'll get subs here for our FC Sandzak. And subs at least in one forward spot. Sandzak is able to win it as they play it across, but no runners there. Entering the match for the first time is Messi Cekic for FC Sandzak. And he is in at center forward. So we've played 25 minutes, no score. Stal Mielec has had the better of looks. So Piotr Holda, after a long run to go get the ball, and we'll have some stoppage time undoubtedly at the end of this half. And he'll play for Chris Kranjatovic, but the breakup here at midfield. As Kojic, the left back, got deep, and he'll have the throw. Ball entered in for Asad Makic. And then Makic driving it to goal and making the save is Holda. A nice run made across the face of Holda, and we stay scoreless. Just a little flick on by the runner across, and that was well done by Makic. Looks like it was Amir Hrustamovic who just checked in. He ran across any touch, and Holda had to remain his ground. And now Gwovala. Kondratovic. And the right back, Dublitsky. Look for Borek. And the pressure is Karch, able to shoulder it forward. And attempting to check it down was Messi Cekic. Papucci to the feet of Mekic. And now making the long run out wide, but unable to keep it in play. And that crossed the end line, so it'll be a goal kick again for Piotr Holda. '28th minute, no score. A foul against FC Sandzak. So FC Sandzak, probably their best 2 minutes have come right here. Stal Mielec, a series of midfield restarts and some great crosses, and the best chance coming. Sławomir Balon in the 23rd minute, the game's best scoring chance. There's some pressure on Mateusz Chwost, the left back, and here comes FC Sandzak. They run down the middle, but it is Holda that will come off of his line. Chance to transition now for Mielec. Hauser. And this ball broken up in front of Chris Karch. Hauser. This ball will stay in nicely. Karch. Karch to the top of the box, and this one cannot be redirected. Gwovala. And Gwovala went for the one touch, and again, he had so much more time than anticipated. One touch with the left foot, and he could have opened up his hips and treated it like he was at the penalty spot. So the shot goes wide, and Gwovala with a great look in the 29th minute. Now transition with Borek, and Pavel Borek stepped into nicely. So the right back getting the job done. And FC Sandzak over the top looks for Cekic. And we'll have a foul against Stal Mielec. And a yellow has been issued. So first yellow of the match. This is going to be Sławomir Balon on the yellow. With 15 minutes left first half, as Sandzak will get numbers. As they look for the top of the box, but only Stal Mielec players there. And that'll be dangerous there with Borak in a compromised position. Messi Cekic committing the foul. Stal Mielec will bring in two subs. Alexander Leonard will be one of them. Leonard will come in, Filip Głovala, and Pavel Borak will be the two that exit off, and a number 30 has come in. Cekic as he settles it. And then the shot from the outside. Holda is able to grab it. Leonard. And Leonard stood up well. That's fine defending by the left back. Good defending by Almas Kojic, but Kojic is down and shaken up after he made the play. And they'll have a look at Almas Kojic. And we'll get the official stoppage here. 33rd minute. And it appears to be the left knee of Kojic as he made the contact with Alexander Leonard of Stal Mielec. So Kojic able to get up to his feet. This is off camera. And Kojic is going to need some assistance as he comes off the field. So we'll have a new left back for FC Sandzak. And Kojic kind of favoring the ankle or the knee as he tries to gingerly put pressure on it. Meanwhile, Stal Mielec has been applying the pressure. They came out with great energy and pace to the game, and they got FC Sandzak on their heels, but could not score. Game's best scoring chances, 23rd minute, Sławomir Balon, and then 29th minute, Filip Głovala. So we resume into the 34th minute. Nice touch and turn by Messi Cekic. Great first name, of course, for a soccer player. Messi. Ballon checks it back. Lukas Haunzer. Patrick Maikut. Maikut is shoved down. That's an easy call for the official to make. So another good restart. Yeah, the foul committed by Stal Mielec. That's probably a good foul for Makic to take. Stal Mielec has been explosive and dynamic as they've attacked. Sandzak has a better opportunity here defending restarts with their size and strength. They would appear like they're going to win more head balls than Stal Mielec. Ballon plays it in. Vilia punches it out. And Makic back where it all started. As he delivers a nice diagonal ball wide, Haris Sabovic gets to the end of it. Ball threaded through as they look for Cekic, and Piotr Holda will have a reset with under 10 minutes left, first half. Leonard, and able to combine with his teammate. Holda with a great goal kick, and that in itself is able to switch fields as Sandzak enters in. So Stal Mielec can get a high press perhaps going. Maikut. Haunzer, a ball win for Stal Mielec. Leonard, and Leonard telegraphed his pass. Great read made by the center back, that time in Florent Papugi. Leonard, and he is bottled up, and that's a Sandzak foul. Haunzer with a diagonal ball. Chris Karch. Karch hoping for the bounce. Karch takes it, and he misses side netting. Karch was hoping the ball would just spin his way off the turf as he dealt well with the defender in Papugi. Two corners for FC Sandzak, one that came very early for Stal Mielec. Ballon, as he played it wide, and this will be a deep throw for FC Sandzak. And the ball went so far they need to get a new one out there. That was Karch, As Karch at the top of the box tried to slide it into the area for a teammate. And out to handle is Enis Vilja. So we remain scoreless. Stal Mielec has buzzed around goal. Cekic. Cekic bangs it off the body of center back Shane Powell. Hounser, a nice takeaway. Leonard gave it right back. Vucetovic looks for a switch. Steps in front of Maikut. Final 5 minutes, first half. We had great temperatures today. This afternoon in the New York area, temperatures reached 65 degrees in the afternoon after we had showers up until about 1 o'clock Eastern. And sweeping over there to handle is Adnan Feratovic. Then the late slide tackle, and it's going to be a yellow. And the yellow, Florent Papugi picks it up. And here comes another high-quality restart for Stal Mielec. And Papugi very upset with the referee and is in his face. The referee explaining why. And Papugi has to be separated. So each team with a yellow. And Patrick Maikut, 28 yards out, will have a strike. Maikut, and he got too much air under it. So he was striking to goal. Mirza Sabovic, he'll lay it down. There are three Saboviches, Ferro, Harris, and Mirza. Harris and Mirza are brothers. Ferro Sabovic, a cousin of theirs. And what an experience it is that they get to play soccer together for FC Sandzak. Harris Sabovic, dispossessed. Here comes Stal Mielec. Karch, wide for Maikut, delivers the night ball. Maikut then is tackled. This has to be a penalty. It is not. It is just a corner. And Maikut can't believe it. Maikut asking for an explanation. And I think Maikut started to take the touch towards goal, and it was blocked out and already on the way out. Then the contact happened. So here in the 44th minute, Stal Mielec, second corner. This ball dies nearly beautifully into the wind, but a foul called against Stal Mielec. And a takeaway by Stal Mielec. At the top of the box, Maikut flies in. And the offside flag. Maikut at left forward, so speedy. And he saw a great beat on it, and he can read the ball on the opposite side of the field well. So FC Sandzak just trying to get to the half here to regroup. Kondratovic. Maikut. And Maikut knocked down, and this will be another foul. So it'll be a chance here in the 45th minute again for Stal Mielec. And they can gamble here and get some more numbers forward. Surprised that Chris Kondratovic is not in the 18 either, or the other center back in Powell, to try to win a head ball with likely the final seconds of the half about to elapse. So Maikut just inside the sideline. And this is tricky because he's kicking it towards the wind. So you don't want to get too much air under it. And Maikut, pretty good ball as it bounces and handled by Enes Vilia. And Vilia played it well, and that's it for the first half. Stal Mielec putting on the heat in the last 10 minutes, but we remain scoreless. First half is done. Stal Mielec and FC Sandzak scoreless in the return to Cosmopolitan League Soccer. First game of the season for the spring portion is scoreless at the half. We'll be back with more in about 10 minutes on Coach's Corner NYC. And welcome back as we start the second half. Ralph Bednarczyk with you here from Randall's Island. Field 75 tonight on Coach's Corner NYC. Stal Mielec and FC Sandzak are scoreless. Stal Mielec with great opportunities in the final 10 minutes. Big looks early from Filip Glovala and Sławomir Balon, but then they continued on with the pressure by getting some great runs, and they had FC Sandzak a bit on their heels. And we'll see how FC Sandzak will respond with the second half underway. Corner kicks are 2 apiece, and if not for halftime, Stal Mielec was nearing a chance where they were going to bury a goal. And Enes Vilia had to be very active and communicative in net for FC Sandzak. And at some point we will see starting striker Pavel Borek come in for Stal Mielec. And his athleticism was notable, as was Patrick Maikut, the left mid in the 4-5-1 alignment. Underway in the second half. As Almas Kojic, great to see him back on the field. Kojic started the match at left back, then had to sub out after receiving, looked like a left knee or left ankle issue. Hobbled off the field, but he has come in and looks like he's playing a kind of the left forward spot. FC Sandzak began the match in a 4-3-3. And instead, they dropped back Anju Mujaj, who started the match at left forward. They moved them to the right, and Anju Mujaj is now the left back, perhaps for the remainder of the match. Pushing forward is Chris Karch, and the return for Karch, along with Jakub Szwakov. Out wide, it's Maikut. Maikut with one strike, and he missed! Maikut able to get the touch. And Maikut drove it in the right place. He had the defender, and Mujaj bearing in on him. That was the right spot to go against the grain, against Vilia. And if it is on frame, it's 1,000% a goal. So we stay scoreless. And a look coming in the 47th for Patrick Maikut. And our officials deeming that there was a touch, so here's a corner. Now that may have been Ajim Mujaj that perhaps got a piece of the shot to cause it to go wide. I don't think Vilia got it. Corner kick dies around the 6 as FC Sandzak will push it out, and they have a chance to transition. Sandzak able to make the long run. As this is a strike that goes wide. Dion Amitage made the long run. It is a goal kick, but Amitage with a 70-yard sprint. Karch. And over the top, Jakub Szwakov. As Szwakov hoping the ball would bounce his way off the turf. He was able to touch the next ball across for Karch. Karch able to get wide, then plays it across. A good knockdown, good team defending by FC Sandzak. They've bent but not broken tonight. Yellow cards in the first half. There was an additional yellow given to Stal Mielec, Chris Karch. So Karch and Sławomir Balon had the 2. And center back Florent Papugi for FC Sandzak. Mekic. And the offside flag was well up before Kojic could even think about getting it. Maikut, and Maikut will get the foul. Maikut so quick, and this is going to be a booking against Mirza Sabovic. Well, Maikut's quickness has been a problem for FC Sandzak the entire night. So restart with Mateusz Chwost. And a wasted chance is Sławomir Balon. I think thought maybe he had a dummy run and Maikut behind him. Look at the high pressure of Stal Mielec. And they're going to end up turning over FC Sandzak. And FC Sandzak right now does not have a chance or a connector out there to get Dion Amitage more involved. Their center mids with Mirza Sabovic, Esmir Vucetovic, who started the match, and Hasan Makic. They have just not been able to break lines. And they need something to get Amitage into some space. Amitage is in front, and they play the ball to him, but it is offside. And the back line has been playing higher up for Stal Mielec. Łukasz Haunzer, he was a ball winner the entire first half for Stal Mielec and is again there. As he plays it out wide, and a nice tackle as FC Sandzak will break it up. Again, they look to go direct over the top. Amitage. Then the strike. Oh, that's delivered. What a strike from Alem Kolenovic. Kolenovic starts the scoring tonight. Kolenovic also played in the reserve game. Has more than enough left in the tank for that kind of strike. And that's pushing 35 yards out. A 43rd minute goal for Alem Kolenovic. 1-0 FC Sandzak. So some rare transition tonight for FC Sandzak. And Kolenovic given the room and decided to let it rip. Terrific goal, and Sandzak the lead. Holda got a pretty good look at it, but just wasn't able to react and cover the far post in time. Chris Karch. And Karch is tripped up. That's at the edge of the 18. So this will be a restart from an angle. And that's the center back, Papuji, who's already on a booking. And Papuji fortunate as he had something to say to the referee. And this is probably about 3 yards off, diagonally off the area. So, Łukasz Haunzer. Looks like he will chip for service and a head ball. Helzer, and kind of a low drive. He did not have a chance. And you've got to get that ball a bit higher and cause some indecision for Enes Vilia. And because it is so low, you don't have much of a chance at a great ricochet. If you get it up higher, you have a chance at a flick on, something direct. Kolenovic. And Armitage is fouled. And we get another yellow against Stal Mielec. And the yellow against Shane Powell. Good turn by Mekic. Armitage. And Armitage just tripped over the ball. Transition for Shvakov. And Papuji just picked up his second yellow. And that is it. So here is a big game changer. Sandzak will be down a man for the remainder. So that comes here in the 57th minute. And in a 1-0 game. And now FC Sandzak will have to be very conservative. And now the opportunity for Stal Mielec. And with so much time, not even just to get the equalizer, but the opportunity to come away with a win in this spring opener. So Papuji is off. One of the two starting center backs. And things will have to be reorganized defensively for Sandzak. Nice through ball ahead. Here is Armitage down a man. Dion Armitage shooting, fighting it off with the feet is Holda. Piotr Holda. A bit casual there on the reactionary save. Ball win as Muyaj will send it over, and Holda has it and quickly distributes for Maikut. Stal Mielec up a man. The delivery for Jakub Shvakov. Maikut getting good width. Deep throw coming as he bangs it off of Adnan Feratovic. Nearing the 60th minute. A 1-0 lead for FC Sandzak. A terrific goal being scored in the 53rd by Alem Kalinovic. But then the 57th minute red card to Papuji. Ball played in. Karch has a touch, and Karch has it. Maikut played it into a dangerous area. Two great touches, and Stal Mielec has tied the game. So just 2 minutes after the red card, we are all even, and Chris Karch, nearing his 39th birthday, 3 surgeries just still look so quick. So the goal happens in the 60th minute. Stal Mielec will get a couple of subs on, and they'll be able to bring back a couple of their starters to try to go in for the victory. So now FC Sandzak in a real bind. And Alem Kolenovic will restart things. But how about the ball delivered by Patrick Maikut? Armitage. And Armitage picks up the foul. Well, Dion Armitage is going to have to be very selective in the runs he makes. And he represents the best striker option for FC Sandzak. Alem Kolenovic is still in there, but he's going to have added defensive responsibilities. If Kolenovic is aggressive, you simply find yourself outnumbered, likely by 2. Maikut, and Maikut tried to sell the foul. As Cekic came up with the takeaway, and Lukasz Haunzer. Also, Pavel Borek has returned for Stal Mielec. Kondratovic, now Powell. Checking back, Shvakov. Maikut. Makic chipping it over the top. Kolenovic. And Kolenovic ridden off the ball. That's terrific defending by Chris Kondratovic. Stal Mielec has equaled the score at 1. Two teams tied in September. Stal Mielec now poised to get the next one for a win. Karch, and he had Shvakov, and Shvakov was had stopped his diagonal run. Karch to recover, and then tried to play Borek forward. Mirza Sabovic, as he got it down the middle. Armitage, and instead actually the ball is out wide for Kolenovic, as it was played ahead by Vucetovic. Karch trying to spring Shvakov again. Jakub Shvakov is the center forward. Again, Kondratovic, so clean in the way he has stepped to the ball tonight. As Haunzer looking to release it over the top, and it's beautifully played back to Enis Vilja. That's a fine bit of skill to be the recovering defender, make one touch, then the second, and then just play it back to your keeper. And that was Ramo Lukovic with an impressive show of touch. So here's Muyai. FC Sandzak trying to hang on here. 65th minute. Kondratovic, as he played it to the feet of Balon. Shvakov lost the touch. Maikut has shown no signs of slowing down. And he's going to have even more room in this second half. Maikut, good ball on the wide side, Boric. Karch was also there, did not go up for a potential head ball. Hounser next ball in, and he did not test Vilja at all. If Hounser pushes that ball to the top of the box and makes Vilja stay in, there's big trouble. Ball ahead as Armitage again is offside. So the whistle gives these remaining FC Sandzak players a chance to breathe. Stal Mielec up a man since the 57th minute. The second yellow to Florent Papuji, center back for FC Sandzak. 2 minutes later, the equalizer from Chris Karch on the assist from Patrick Maikut has evened us up at 1. After an early second half goal by Alem Kolenovic in the 53rd minute, gave FC Sandzak the brief lead. Karch, and was dispossessed. And that's good defending. Again, Adnan Feratovic. It's punched out wide for Maikut. Maikut trying to get to the end line. And more good defending by FC Sandzak. And that's the right back, in this case, Ramo Lukovic, with his second fine play. Vilja targeting Armitage with a short goal kick. Kondratovic, Ballon, look for Boric. Mirza Sabovic. Maikut has been a great source of attacking options. As he settles, then accelerates. Patient and avoids. Forcing the shot. Now Karch. Chris Karch laid it in, and he had Shvakov. Shvakov would have been offside, but there was a touch in any event. So the probing and the freedom that Patrick Maikut is playing with. He had Sławomir Ballon also making a run to the end line, but just continued and just never panicked and pulled the trigger. It'll lead to the fourth corner of the night for Stal Mielec. Boric the target, and Boric punched it off with the body of a Sandzak player. Boric got just enough of it, and you could hear the thud from here off of a Sandzak body. Next corner comes across. Maikut back into the mixer, and he nearly had Boric. Pavel Boric was looking for a head ball, slam dunk, and Maikut had the right thoughts. Anything closer up the field, and it would have been major trouble. So we've played 25 minutes of this second half, and we remain tied at 1. FC Sandzak, 20 more minutes left to defend, down a man. Hounser. Maikut attacking. And then taken down. Taken down by Adnan Feratovic. So this will be the spot here at the edge of the 18. And call this 19 yards off. That is very close. Maybe give it another, well, now the referee moves it. And I think it's accurate to say this is 19 yards away. So this is going to be within shooting range for Maikut rather than service. Sandzak will put up a wall of at least 4. And Vilia will have to be very active for potential rebound. Maikut striking. And that was the right location. But he could not execute it. And we stay tied at 1. So that strike coming in the 72nd minute. And we get a sub in for FC Sandzak as Messi Cekic will come in. As Boric comes together with the defender, that'll be pointed to Sandzak. Kondratovic wins the head ball. Well, Balon cannot reach the touch. Amatage. And Cekic rolls it through. Opportunity. And unable to get to it. That is Holda coming off of his line. Stal Mielec up a man since the 57th minute. A ball down the middle. Karch and Vilia, and they both come together in a collision. It was Vilia that got it. Vilia is still down. Balon played it wide, though, for Boric. And Boric then wastes it. Vilia wondering why there was no call. Certainly incidental contact between him and Chris Karch as they collided at the top of the area. Balon decided to play it out to Boric rather than use his right foot. If he chips the ball towards goal, Vilia is still scrambling to recover, and I think it would have been real trouble. And what Sławomir Balon realizes, I think he had an opportunity just to play the ball towards one of the edges, and it would have been a major problem for Vilia. That's a nice ball chip. Borek will volley. That was a juicy volley, and Pavel Borek knew he had a highlight play opportunity. Handled it well, and the location was the right spot. So in the 76th minute, and Stal Mielec continues to bear in for a potential winner. Two big points up for grabs. FC Sandzak would love to escape out of here with another tie. And for Stal Mielec, where they are in the standings, they must get this. And there is a foul as Karch is taken down. Taken down by Asad Makic, and this will be another 19-yard restart for Stal Mielec. So this will come from the angle. So it'll be the left-footed Sławomir Balon. So Balon will likely look to go far upper 90. Wall of 4 for FC Sandzak. Sławek Balon. Oh, and the stop made by Vilia. Great strike by Sławomir. That was just under the bar. Vilia had to get it. So the latest great look for Stal Mielec is denied. Majkut with the corner. Ball near the next ball, and then it is put in. It is onside. Stal Mielec eventually gets the goal. It's Chris Karch for the second time. Sławomir Balon put the next ball through, and waiting just inside the 6 was Karch, able to turn and score. Karch with a pair in the second half. And this one coming in the 77th. I'll make it 78th minute. And now Stal Mielec 12 minutes away from a big 3 points. Our official over on the far sideline. And a red card has been issued. A red card given against Ajim Muyai. So a straight red on the left back. And FC Sandzak has got to contain themselves here. It is only the first game of the spring season. So now they're going to be down 2 men. And our official, FC Sandzak, I'm sure, upset with that there was no maybe offside called on where Karch was. So our official gave 3 yellows in the first half. Now a straight red, 1 more yellow, and then a straight red here. (2-1) Stal Mielec. So this will be 2 men up for Stal Mielec, and they'll be able to just possess the ball and just wind down the clock and get out of here with the victory. So it's the rare 11-on-9, and we resume play here in the 78th minute. And for Stal Mielec, they'll just need to avoid fouling and keep an eye on 15 in Navy, Dion Amitage, not to let him get behind the defense. And really the only way Stal Mielec can lose at this point is to just commit a foul in a bad spot. And now our referee going over to the coaching staff again of FC Sandzak with an explanation or a discussion. And the tempers are flaring on the far sideline. Manager Kamel Hat with Albert Kolenovic, Adish Purisic, Technical Director Fejula Ridzapajic. Fejula's son, Suleiman Ridzapajic, on the roster here. And that'll be a foul against Messi Cekic. And a long ball over the top. That is Karch chipping wide. Referee looking over to our linesperson. Play was onside, and now another yellow has been given on FC Sandzak for talking to the official and making perhaps some sarcastic comments. That's Adnan Feratovic that picks up the yellow. And a referee will ask the linesperson on the far side if it was onside or not, and indeed that is the case because it's a goal kick for Vilia. So Chris Karch, a couple of feet away from 3 goals in the half, and that one would have sealed it. So Vilia resumes, and we're going to have some additional stoppage time. The clock that you see on our strip, certainly unofficial. I would estimate that we're in the 79th minute due to the stoppage. So figure about 4 minutes of stoppage time here at the end. Dublitsky, and Dublitsky under pressure turns it over. Amitage cutting it back. Amitage will get a touch, so it's going to be a corner kick, down 2 men for FC Sandzak. Well, they've got nothing to lose here. Goal differential is not as valuable as getting the equalizer here. So I would put as many numbers as possible. I would put just 2 back and have 7 in the attacking area. So basically goalie and 1 center back, and it'll be played short. If you get the equalizer, you have a chance to get a tie. And the tie is much more valuable than giving up a third goal, which only hurts you in goal differential to be a tiebreaker. And we get a foul against Stal Mielec, and players have to be separated. They'll make that's a foul against FC Sandzak. Kondratovic played it ahead from Maikut for Karch, and Karch is knocked down. Question is where? That's a yellow. What's the spot? Let's see what the spot is. The foul against Almas Kojic and the yellow against Kojic as he tackled Chris Karch from the side. Karch was not really going to be in the clear for the possession. He did not need to do that. I think Kojic could have recovered and gotten shoulder to shoulder and taken away the angle. But this is as close as it gets in soccer to being a restart. So Lukasz Hounzer over the ball. And he has a shooting lane. 2 on the wall for FC Sandzak. Here in the 81st minute. Hounzer, and he tested the short side. And that was a pretty good rocket. He put it just over the heads of the 2 players on the wall. And if that is on frame, it's in the back of the net. So Lukasz Hounzer, credit him, the holding mid for Stal Mielec. And he has played the full 82 minutes so far as a holding mid and a ball winner. (2-1) Stal Mielec. Goals in the 60th and 78th minute by Chris Karch, former one-time member of the New York Red Bulls. Back in 07, spent training camp with them. 3-time All-Big East out of Rutgers University, class of 07. Borek applied the pressure. And Borek will commit the foul. And another yellow has been assessed against FC Sandzak for complaining. Borek, as Borek was stepped into. Ballon outside for Maikut. And a ball centered back in. And an opportunity there. Numbers got in the box for Stal Mielec. The yellow appeared like it was on Almas Kojic. And if it was Kojic, that would be his second yellow. Kojic was the one that tackled Chris Karch just earlier that set up the restart. And then, if indeed that was Kojic, he just got a yellow for jawing to the official. So here's Maikut. To the top for Borek. Offside. And what a fine pass by Maikut with the outside of his right foot to put beautiful pace on the ball. Karch to take over on the goal kick. Then takes it out wide, and then he tried to play it back in front, and it'll be a goal kick. We should be in the 87th, somewhere there. We had a long stoppage. Mateusz Hwost. Ballon for Szwakop. Szwakop getting wide. Szwakop across! Good look for Jakub Szwakop. Probably needed to release just a step sooner to improve the angle. Dion Amitash, long time since he had a touch. Stal Mielec up 2 men. Maikut still looks fresh. And Maikut will collect another corner kick, and this will eat up some more clock. We'll get a sub in for FC Sandzak. As heading off is Adnan Feratovic. A frustrating night for him. Stal Mielec actually last played Sunday, December 12th. So they're 3 months between games. Their last win came before Thanksgiving. Think about that. Sunday, November 21st. When they defeated Beyond FC for their lone win. So for Stal Mielec, this is going to be a win that they're going to savor. And this will move them up the standings closer to the pack. This will get them up to 8 points. And now a foul and a red, another red against FC Sandzak. 3 reds tonight against FC Sandzak. That's Fero Sabovic that heads off. He had just come in. A very late challenge by Sabovic. So Patrick Maikut upset. So I have yet to see this. A team playing 3 men down. So just 7 field players for FC Sandzak. Stal Mielec can just afford to keep the ball wide. Szwakop to the end line. And Szwakop is going to get a card for that. He did not need to do that. And that is frustration and maybe delivering a message by Jakub Szwakop as he picks up a late yellow here in the 89th minute. And that's it. There's the final whistle. 2-1 is the final. Stal Mielec gets their 2nd win of the season. And they start off the spring schedule with a substantial win. They played well throughout the night and then capitalized on the red card on Florent Papuji to give Chris Karch the opportunities that he would bury. Goals in the 60th and 78th minute by Karch. Patrick Maikut was outstanding at left mid. Lukas Hauser was the ball winner in the middle of the field, and Stal Mielec took a lot of pressure off their back 4, and keeper Piotr Holda. Stal Mielec victorious today, picking up their 2nd win of the season, and they move a little bit closer up the standings FC Sandzak takes the loss and stays at 10 points. 2-1 is the final. Our thanks to all the people here at the Cosmopolitan League for helping this make this game possible tonight. And thank you for watching Cosmopolitan League Soccer, Coach's Corner NYC. My name is Ralph Bednarczyk saying so long and good night from Randall's Island. 2-1 the final for Stal Mielec.